you can visit our website for the commands in the videos. If you want to purchase other study materials like packet tracer files and other course guidelines, then you can email to us. Follow us on Facebook for further updates. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe so I can quickly deliver more videos on various topics. So far we have done the packet tracer basics. So I'll explain the commands display now, because in the packet tracer when I type the command you might feel hard to view the commands. Most of the people are viewing by the phones itself, so it's really small in the packet tracer. So I'm explaining the commands here. Okay. So as I discussed earlier, you will have user mode, privilege mode and config mode. Okay. So you need to know how to reach the privilege mode and config mode from the user mode, and also how to return back from the config mode to the user mode. Okay. So from the user mode, if you type en or enable, you will reach the privilege mode. User mode will indicate by the arrow sign. Okay. Privilege mode will be indicated by the hash sign. Okay. And from the privilege mode, if you type the config t or configure terminal command, there shouldn't be any space here, it was a mistake, you can correct it. Okay. So config t or configure terminal will get you to the config mode. Okay. It will display like router / inside the brackets you will see the config. Okay. If there is a config sign like this, then it means you are in the config mode. Okay. These are the three main modes we need to know in order to approach our command practice. Okay. So now another main important stuff you need to know is how to assign IP addresses for an interface and make it active. So we have several interfaces. Interface means think like the cables you are connecting, serial interfaces or fast Ethernet interfaces, like that you will connect from your router, you will connect it into a port. That particular port is considered as the interface. Okay. So interface FA, which means fast Ethernet, or else you can type Ethernet for Ethernet cables, and serial, which means you need to type SER. These are the short forms. If you need the full form, you can type FA and press the tab. Okay, it will auto complete the command. Okay, so interface FA 0/0. The first 0 indicates the module number. The second one indicates the port number. Okay, so the 0 module, 0 port, and 0 module, first port is also available. You can see the options: interface FA 00 or interface FA 0/1 or 1/0. I will show you how to add the modules in the packet tracer file. For now, I just wanted to inform you regarding the commands, okay, so that you can clearly understand and see the commands. Then for serial, you can type serial 0/0 or 0/1. In real routers, you might be having serial 0/0/0. 3 times you might need to type. Okay. And then loopback interfaces. Loopback interfaces are logical interfaces, okay, which is not a physical interface. The fast Ethernet and serial are physical cables, real cables. The loopbacks are logically created cables. Okay. In order to test the connection activity, we are using the loopback interface. Okay. So whenever you create a loopback interface, it is already active. You don't need to give the no shutdown command for the loopback. Okay. Now let's see how we can make the interface fast Ethernet with active mode. Okay. So type in the config mode interface FA 0/0. Next, you can type description and you can write a small description regarding the command, the cable. Okay. Linking to switch terminal. I just have wrote something, and then in the next line you can type IP address and give your IP address and space and subnet mask. Okay. So here I have given 192.168.1.1 and class C subnet mask. Okay. Press enter and go for the no shutdown command. Okay. You can type no space shut also. Okay. So which means by default the physical interfaces are in the down state. When you give the no shutdown command, it will be up. Okay. And for the loopback interfaces, you don't have to give this no shutdown command, because whenever you created the loopback itself, it's already active. You don't need to make it up. Okay. Then from the config mod, again I have shown how to create a loopback. So interface loopback 0 or LO0, and you can write a description. The description is called a command, and whatever follows it is a command you type. You can type it by your own. Okay. It's not a command. It's just a word you create in order to understand the connection. Okay. Interface LO0 indicates how to create a loopback. So interface LO0, you can type LO1, 2, likewise. If you press question mark here, interface loopback space question mark, then it will show a huge number. Up to that, you can create loopbacks. Okay. And press enter, and in the next line, description, type description, and you can type a small description regarding your interface loopback. Okay. And then IP address. Provide IP address and a subnet mask. Okay. So when you type the question mark, it will show the available option for that particular position in the question mark area. Okay. So the description of that particular options will be shown in the right side of that option. Okay. If you see anything like CR with these arrows, which means up to that command, it's already considered a full command. You can press enter and go to the next line. Okay. So if there is no CR and if you still press the enter, then it will pop up an error. Okay. And the next part, you need to know how to save your configuration. So copy space run space start. Okay. And it will ask you a confirmation. You just have to enter. Okay. And then the same thing happens with the write command or WR. Okay. So just type write or WR and press enter. Okay. The copy run start and the write command should be entered in the privilege mode. Okay. Not in the config mode. If you wanted to type anything on the config mode, which you need to type on the privilege mode, then you need to type DO space the command. Okay. For example, let's say if I wanted to type copy run start in the config mode, I just have to type DO, which means do space and the command. It will work. Okay. But the problem here is, if you are entering these commands in the config mode, then you need to know the commands fully, because in the DO it won't autofill the command when you press tab. In the privilege mode, if you type CO and tab, then it will autofill the command copy. Then space, if you type RUN and tab, it will autofill the command running config. In the start position, if you type STA and tab, it will autofill the command startup config. Okay. Likewise, but if you type these commands in the config mode and press DO space the command, then you need to type the entire command. You can't expect the router to autofill the commands. Okay. You can visit our website for the commands in the videos. If you want to purchase other study materials like packet tracer files and other course guidelines, then you can email to us. Follow us on Facebook for further updates. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe so I can quickly deliver more videos on various topics. The next one, when you wanted to create a password for your privilege mode, from user mode to privilege mode, if you wanted a password to be created, then you need to enter in the config mode enable secret and the password. Okay. There's another option, enable password and the password. Then the password won't be encrypted. When you type show run or show running config, the password what you have set will be displayed. So anybody can enter your router and type show run and they can see your password. Okay, password is visible out there. So what you need to do is enable secret and the password. So if you create this enable secret password and if you type show run, the password won't be visible, it's encrypted. Okay, you can see that I showed you earlier, and others also can't type show run and see your password. So it's a security. So it's a protection for us. The service password encryption command, I will explain this once after I explain the next password setups. Okay. So you can see here, we are setting up password for the console port, which means for the console cable, you will connect the console cable and you will enter via the console and you will start your initial configurations, right? In this way, you can reset your password as well with a console cable. So it's a best practice to set up a password for the console port. So the commands are very simple. Line console 0, the next line login, enter, next line password Cisco. Okay. Don't bother about if there is a message after this login command, it will indicate something like you didn't set up a password. Again, you just press enter and write the next command, it will be sort of. Okay. It's because we need to type the password Cisco command earlier and then type the login. Okay. But if you type this way, it's easier for you to remember. That's why I'm suggesting this way. Line console 0, login, password Cisco. Cisco is the password what I have set for my console port. Okay. You can type any password as you desire. The same thing I'm going to apply for the telnet or remote login features. Okay. So line VTY 0 to 15, which means for my router, in order to remote login from somewhere else, if I wanted to log in remotely, I'm trying to configure a VTY terminal. Okay, I need to create a VTY terminal. If I didn't create it, I can't log in from anywhere by remote. Okay, so line VTY 0 to 15, which indicates I can have altogether 16 sessions of logging. Okay, remote login. I can create totally 16 virtual terminals. Okay, so that is why it indicates 0 to 15. And simultaneously, if I wanted to log in, then I need to create 0 to 4, which means altogether I can create only 5 simultaneous VTY sessions, telnet sessions or SSH sessions. Okay, so that I need to create line VTY 0 to 4 in that scenario. Altogether, totally I can have 16 maximum. So I'm preferring here 0 to 15. Okay, so line VTY 0 to 15. Then login, then password Cisco. Okay, so you can see the relativity, both console, VTY and AUX all are having the same setup, login, password Cisco. Okay, in real routers there are some other features attached for telnet and SSH. There will be something called local username and password setup. You need to add another username, password command and privilege and all, and login local here. I will explain those later. By now, consider that I'm creating this for a complete beginner and process this through that. Okay, so that just initially start with this basic setups. Then we can go further. Okay, so line console 0 I have done. Now I have created line VTY 0 to 15 and login password Cisco again. Then I'll move on for my IP phone setups. So for that I need the AUX. So line AUX 0, login password Cisco. Okay. So here I have created all the passwords now. When I type a show run, all these passwords will be indicated. All these are visible. I can simply type show run and see the password. Likewise, some others also can just enter and they'll type the show run command and they can see the password. Okay. So in order to encrypt these passwords, we are using service password encryption. Okay. So which is what I showed earlier, service password encryption. Okay. All this I will show in the packet tracer file. by now I just wanted to show the commands, okay, so that you can clearly see the commands. If I enter the commands in the packet tracer file, it's difficult for you to see that, so that's why I am typing it. Okay, next basic commands you can see here. Okay, in order to set a name for your router or switch, you need to type host name space and a name. Okay, and these commands, the configuration commands, are done in the config mode. Host name is the configuration, so it's done in the config mode. The show commands, all the show commands are done in the privilege mode. Okay, you need to type show run in order to verify your configurations. What are the configurations you have made? You can see that. And to see the interface IP addresses and the statuses, you can type show IP interface brief. Okay, in short, you can consider sh IP int dir. Okay, and to see the interface details, you can go for show interface FA0/0 or the particular interface number. Okay, so show interface FA0/1 switch port indicates the switch port status and the details. Okay, and in order for you to create a message or display a message, you can go for banner space motted MOTD message of the day. Okay, banner motted hash and type a message here. To display a message, you can type it here and another hash. Whatever indicated in between the hash signs will be displayed. Okay, when your router boots up, you can see the message. You can visit our website for the commands in the videos. If you want to purchase other study materials like packet tracer files and other course guidelines, then you can email to us. Follow us on Facebook for further updates. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe so I can quickly deliver more videos on various topics.